A Canadian woman who lives in Billings threw her support behind the Freedom Convoy against vaccine mandates this weekend, after she hasn't seen her Canadian family in more than 2 years because of travel restrictions.
I haven't been home in 2.5 years. I can't afford to leave my business for, the 2-week time period that it would take to quarantine and then the time to actually visit my family once I was allowed out of quarantine.
Kimberly Meyer has lived in Billings with her husband and kids for the past 15 years. She traveled to the Montana border town of Sweetgrass on Saturday, one location of the Freedom Convoy, which is a line of thousands of truckers and other motorists in opposition of a 2-week quarantine requirement for unvaccinated truckers entering Canada. The convoy started in Western Canada 5 days ago and made it to the capital in Ottawa, Ontario on Saturday.
It was lines and lines of trucks, and they're all honking their horns. We were out on the road, Canadian flags and American flags on the other side, and it was great. It was a great show of support.
While Meyer isn't a truck driver, she said she's frustrated with the 2-week quarantine requirement for unvaccinated travelers. Her parents came down to visit in November, and when they got back to Canada, they had to quarantine for 2 weeks. And calls from the Canadian government to Meyer's parents checking up on their quarantine didn't sit well with her.
Did their PCR tests, and then still when they went home, my mom got a phone call, and then one was a video call, just making sure that she was, doing her required quarantine. And it's unreasonable, the restrictions that they have on even citizens there.
Reporting in Billings, Mitch Laggy, MTN News.